It's on.
And boy, did you knock it out of the park with that. We talked about dicks getting burned, shaving pubes, 6 pounds of coke. What's rated R you? And then he described a video he watched on the internet and said, well, that was funny. That was good. Well, you guys, I'm going to start doing some jokes here, all right? I'm going to do some jokes for you guys. I'm going to tell you guys this. My girlfriend and I got a little deal going on right now. This is if I can quit smoking marijuana for 2 months, she'll stop smoking cigarettes forever. That's it. That's the deal. And at first, I didn't think I could do it. Didn't think I could. But now I'm actually 30 days into it. I'm 30 days strong. Thanks for the support. But I'm pretty sure I can do it, you guys. I'm pretty sure I can keep lying to my girlfriend. It's gotten tricky at times, though. I'll come home late. She'll be like, Chris, why are your eyes red? So I was at a swimming pool convention where we were smoking pot. Let's get off my back. Actually, my girlfriend and I have been going out now for 5 years. There you go. Yeah, give it up for us. We did it. 5 years. We can quit now. But if you don't know, 5 years, that's the point in your relationship where even total strangers feel completely comfortable with asking when you're getting married. Which is weird, because I thought that was a personal question, but I guess not. Because I get that every other day. People asking, when are you guys getting married? When are you two getting married? I had someone ask recently, why aren't you married? As if we're experiencing technical difficulties. Like, why aren't we married? We're just waiting to hear back from the DJ at this point. Yeah. We're looking for somebody that has Chumbawamba on vinyl. So as you can imagine. Serious stuff. Gotta take our time. Those are the type of people that I'm sure that when we do get married, are going to ask the kid question, right? And I know I'm going to respond to that. I'm going to respond to that question as overly honest, because I find that question to be inappropriate. Right? Like someone's going to ask, so when are you two going to start having kids? I'm just going to be like, kids? Us? We're not going to. My wife's womb completely barren. Yeah, real ghost town down there. Doctor says we stand a better chance of knocking up a cowboy boot than we do of impregnating old tumbleweed crotch over there. But hey, while we're asking personal questions, have you thought about getting headstones for your parents yet? Figured, hey, it's none of my business, so why not get involved? My Facebook recently has been advertising me tickets aboard gay cruise lines, which you could have. Because I'm not gay. But they haven't stopped doing it, so it's starting to feel less like they're making a mistake and more like they've made a judgment call. Right? Even though I'm saying, no, I'm in a relationship with a woman. They're like, yeah, well, we can see your iTunes. Not mine. I don't have an issue with anyone thinking I would be gay, but gay cruise, I have a problem with that, right? Like, I've never had to ask somebody to come out of the closet, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you open up with, right? Like, I imagine the first thing you might suggest would be like, hey, maybe you're interested in a dude and not a boat full. Gay cruise makes it sound as if they talked it over, right? Like, look, listen, if we just offer him gay paddle boats, he's not going for it. This bear's got an appetite. We literally do not want to lowball this guy. What kind of wise guys do they have over there on Facebook? Who are the people in charge of these sales pitches, right? Like, I buy a Queen CD online, and some guy's like, what'd you get there? Queen's Greatest Hits? Well, here's something else you're going to enjoy. Bam! 2 tickets aboard the SS Man Bulge. So I know you're going to like it, because between you and I, this cruise ship, hey, regular tugboat. Your mother says hi. You should talk more. You guys, I need a haircut. What is going on with this? I need to get my hairs cut. I don't know where I'm going, but I know for sure I am not going to Great Clips. They are terrible, right? Like, I have never once left a Great Clips feeling like I had gotten my full $6 worth. You feel me? They're pretty bad. They always tell me the same thing. They're like, oh, you got cowlicks. Nothing we can do. At least try, right? Me having cowlicks doesn't explain why I'm leaving with one sideburn right now. Give a shit. I give very few suggestions on how to cut my hair, but I never once recall telling them, yeah, just make sure you use no effort the whole time, just wing it. I just want it to look like I've been drinking all day. One thing I like about Great Clips, and they have this at every single one, they have magazines there filled with pictures of haircuts that you can't get there. They took magazines from salons and put them in their stores, the balls of this company. That'd be like if you went to eat at a shitty restaurant and as you waited, they just hand you menus of better places to eat around town. Just taunting you, like, yeah, check this out. If only, right? We're so bad at this. I have a theory about the women that work at Great Clips, and that theory is, I believe the women that cut hair at Great Clips are also the same women that serve at Waffle Houses. Right? It is. I'll explain more. They all have a very similar approach to their job, very lackluster, and for whatever reason, all have this very top-heavy, Nurse Ratched bosom mold to them. I got to test this theory the last time I was getting my hair cut at a Great Clips. The lady, as she was bending over to cut my hair, I thought it'd be funny. I took one of her boobs, I pressed it up against my ear, and I could hear hash browns burning. I'll run you $8. Not worth it. You guys, I'm from Kentucky. I am. Except when I travel, I tell people from Cincinnati. I do that for a lot of reasons. Like when you tell somebody you're from Cincinnati, they look at you like, oh, you're a person from a place. Please continue. Never have I gotten that reaction when I've told somebody I'm from Kentucky. First off, they look at you kind of concerned. And then they approach you like you're that semi-loose Jenga piece everyone has to worry about now at the party. That's what it feels like. Hey, I'm from Kentucky. Whoa, take it easy, all right, buddy? There's stuff around. Switch to water. That happens everywhere. Like one time, my girlfriend and I were traveling back from Chicago, and we stopped off this nice, fancy restaurant, Chili's. Pretty good. Everything was going fine until I told the waiter, like, no, actually, we're going back to Kentucky. That's where we're from. And he gave us that look, which I was prepared for. But then he did this. He kept an eye on us throughout the entire meal. Like he thought we were going to do something. I don't know what he was thinking he was going to see. I kind of half expected the waiter to think like at some point during the meal, my girlfriend and I were going to stand up to the table and pull out matching hee-haw rings. Then we click them together, and then Toby Keith just kicks open the front door, starts passing out handguns and chewing tobacco. Waiter's like, I fucking knew it. Brother, no Mountain Dew. Should have seen this coming. Cancel their well-done steaks. Wow, there's about like 8% of people in the audience right now really digging what I just said. Well-done steaks. That is what dumb rednecks order. Yeah, give me something that costs $20 and just fucking ruin it. That's fine. Oh, and heat up a plate of your house ketchup. Thank you. One thing I like about the South, driving, I like. Because the driving directions people give you driving through the South are so super specific. My girlfriend's sister recently just moved to a deep part of Kentucky, and part of the directions getting to her house involved turning at an abortion sign. And regardless of how you feel about that issue, I promise you, you aren't going to forget those directions. I was in tears the first time she rattled those off to me, just listening to her. All right, what you're going to do, you're going to turn down the dirt road right by the church, go a quarter mile, and then you're going to see a billboard of a gigantic dead fetus. Go to Honolulu right there. What's today, Tuesday? All right, you're going to see a God Hates Queers rally right outside that Jiffy Lube. Pass that up, keep going, and you're going to come to the town statue of Jesus Christ holding Barack Obama in a full Nelson from an aerial. Right across the Ted Nugent High. Ted Nugent High. Yeah, I went there. 014. You guys, my cousin got married recently, and I did not go to the wedding because he is impossible to hang out with. You guys, he's this dude that's so devoted to being wrong about absolutely everything. Like he's the type of guy you'll hear calling the AM radio stations with all these radical theories. Like you'll hear him just call and be like, all right, this is clearly the work of some Arabs that know magic. All right, you know people can hear you, right? Just gotta close your mouth periodically. Don't let them know you're stupid.
James.
But he got married, I didn't go to the wedding, and the next day he uploaded the pictures on Facebook, and I really regret not going because the wedding looked absolutely hilarious. First off, outdoor wedding. Not in a nice venue that we would rent for such an occasion, but just at one of their friends' shitty backyards. It looked like the only prep work they did for this wedding was, all right, we'll take the trampoline, roll it behind the shed, wedding. And it was 50s themed too, so everybody in there was supposed to be kind of like 50s themed. Like all the dudes in the wedding were all wearing like blue jeans, these matching button-up shirts. They're supposed to look like soda jerks a bit, but they all had like long hair and piercings, so all just kind of looked like they worked at the same gas station. And all the bridesmaids looked scrappy, you guys. Like they all had like cigarette burns and cauliflower ear. I'm sure when they walked down the aisle, the DJ played Who Let the Dogs Out. Right, they were rough. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And my favorite part about the wedding was that behind the priest throughout the entire time, there was a life-size cardboard cutout of Elvis Presley. Visually, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But my mind is on the bride, all right? Because girls grow up, they think about their wedding. They wonder, what's that day going to be like? How's it going to be? I hope she wasn't a kid growing up thinking to herself like that, right? Like I hope she wasn't walking down the aisle thinking, this is exactly how I always imagined this would be. You got the king right there, you got no grass over here, how I always drew it up. Right down to all my bridesmaids looking like former UFC fighters with losing records. Trampolines are a weird thing, you guys. Alright? Only 3 groups of people in this world use trampolines. Gymnasts, circus people, and unsupervised kids. How do we ever get to that point where kids are just allowed to play with those things? It's unsupervised. And side note, if you're training to be an Olympic athlete, don't go with trampoline. Alright? Just don't. Because the best you can do is get a job working at the circus. That is your high water mark. That is your ceiling. And that ceiling is a tent. Sorry, I pursued trampolining for a while. I'm very passionate about these issues. Like, trampolines are the #1 most dangerous thing to kids in terms of breaking their bones, but people are still letting their kids play with them. That's insane to me.
Zip line!
Yeah. Please be quiet, you guys. I'm talking about some important stuff. Talking about trampolines, I'd appreciate a little respect. Okay? Thank you. We'll skip to the funny part of that joke. There are a few reasons why I wouldn't get a trampoline for my kid. And one of them is because trampolines have such a weird energy to them, right? Like, I went to high school, and I don't know about you guys, but every high school party I went to where there was a trampoline, some girl got fingered on the trampoline. I don't know what parties you guys went to. What's the cool ones, alright? Oh. Why would you buy that if you're a parent? That's terrible. That's something that your daughter, that's a device that will contribute to your daughter breaking not only her leg, but also her hymen. All in the same 10-foot radius. Why spend the money for that? Instead, take that $500 you're going to spend on that trampoline, spend it on a plane ticket to Hawaii, and get your daughter a cursed tiki vibrator instead. Shoot it. Hey, it's still time for Christmas, right? Do it. I saw this on the news recently. I saw this something like that earlier. And thank you guys so much for participating with this. Let's put another round of applause for Dan. Yeah. I saw this in the news recently. They're talking about how companies are paying people now to get tattoos in their faces of companies' logos and website addresses. And they presented it like it was a good idea. Yeah, but clearly it's not. Because the only people willing to sign up for this advertising strategy look exactly the way you'd imagine them to. It's just a bunch of sunken-eyed lunatics and strung-out drug addicts. These are the people getting tattoos in their faces. I can't imagine developing like a nice clientele of people with this, right? Are there any decent patrons ever phoning in being like, yes, I'd like to buy your product? Well, that's great, sir. Where'd you hear about our business? Well, I got off work for my job in the city, and I went and picked my kids up from the private school, drove home. My wife had dinner ready, and after dinner I sat down in front of the computer, got on the internet, started clicking around, and that's when I noticed there was a half-naked man standing outside my window shooting heroin into the base of his penis. Picked up the phone to call the police, but then I saw the 1-800-Flowers tattoo next to her. Figured I'd give you a call. Oh, at one point, the man did begin to defecate into his own hands and started shouting if I mentioned the code phrase dookie mittens. I'd get half off delivery, and he'd stop having sex with my trash cans. All right, thank you guys so much. This is fun. Thanks for having me here, Dan. And everybody, get this guy a drink. Tip your bartender.